What is going on, people? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It has been a late night. I worked till like 1 in the morning last night, so forgive me if I'm not all there today. But guys, it is a fantastic day. Battle Styles has just gone out of stock on PokemonCenter.com, or it's unavailable. May come back in stock. My guess is that it's probably going to come back in stock for a little bit on PokemonCenter.com, and then we'll go out of stock again. Prices have been steadily at about $118 on eBay. And now we're starting to see some sales in the $120, $125. There was just a sale today, I believe it's the 18th today. There was just a sale for $130, guys. Pokemon Center $143, sale today at $130. I think it's safe to say that Battle Styles is on the move now and will continue to be on the move. And honestly, I didn't expect it to happen this quick. I mean, I knew that everything in Sword and Shield was starting to pop off. Stuff was going out of stock. People were buying into sets, but everyone's been saying there are better sets to buy into, and I can agree with a lot of that, honestly. But for me, it was the thing of Battle Styles deserves a lot more love than it gets. There are 6 alt arts in Battle Styles, all of which are not too bad. Honestly, the Empoleon is one that I don't have and really want still. So I'm hoping that the Empoleon prices don't jump because the prices of these, in my opinion, are about to jump. But yeah, I need to get my hands on that alt art. If I have to end up buying a PSA 9, I might just do that and crack it for the binder. Or I might just buy it just to have that slab. Again, I said it in the last video, and I think some of you received it well, that I don't think you have to have PSA 10 Modern. If you don't want to buy a card for PSA 10 prices, don't. Okay, if you can find a good deal on a PSA 9 slab, go for that. Okay, there's no law that says Modern you have to buy PSA 10. Anyways, guys, this is awesome. This is fantastic news, and I think I played it really, really well. Honestly, I just had a hunch that Battle Styles was undervalued, and that at $100, $105 a box, that it was pretty much a no-brainer. Now, for me, I had bought almost 11 cases now, 11 cases and 4 boxes. So 70 booster boxes, I think. 11 cases and 4 boxes. Yeah, 70 booster boxes, I believe. And I'll be sitting on this probably well past, $143, the Pokemon Center price. For me, I'm thinking around $180 to $200 is where I would consider selling some boxes. But for the most part, as long as I don't desperately need that money for something else, as you guys know, I've been hunting after some of my grails, and I haven't really had the best luck. I had a deal for a first edition Charizard that completely fell through. And honestly, it is what it is. It's just not meant to be. It really messed me up because there was a lot of back and forth discussions being had about whether this was a good buy or a bad buy with my friends, whether this was too much money to spend on a card, and getting through all of that and then finally getting to a decision where it's like, this is what I want more than anything, and then basically the seller backing out, that really, really sucked. There's also an Umbreon and a Rayquaza Gold Star on the market right now on eBay, and go ahead, go after it, because I won't be. It's priced way too high. Some of these Grail cards I've been going after, some of the last sale prices on these cards have just shot through the roof. And it's not just Modern. It's vintage Grail stuff is shooting through the roof right now, and it's making it really, really hard to collect that stuff. So hopefully, this was some nice, good news, despite everything else not working out in terms of me trying to find the last cards I want for my peak collection goals. But yeah, I was really happy about Battle Styles, and hopefully when I sell Battle Styles in the near future, maybe I can put those profits, those sales, and that money that I'll get back from Battle Styles, maybe I can roll that into one of these Grail cards that I wanted so badly. that was kind of the plan. Because, you know, a lot of people talk about buying the set that you love the most, like buying the set that you just really, really like. And I get that, but at the same time, for me, it makes it hard to sell a set that I really, really like Evolving Skies, of course. Like, I really like that set. That's why I bought a lot of that set. But also, I don't really want to sell that set because I know that that is going to be a valuable set pretty much forever. And it's probably only going to go up in price. And maybe it hits the ceiling around $3,000 or $2,500. Maybe it hits a ceiling around that per box. That's what I'm guessing in the next, 3 to 5 years. It's going to hit a ceiling around there. But stuff like Battle Styles, where no one's talking about it, where no one cares about it, kind of seems like a contrarian investment. Kind of seems like the underdog play. And for me, that's what this was about. It was also kind of an experiment to see, like, hey, if I buy into the whole modern hype, I'm going to do it with something where I am still not missing the boat. Because I felt like I missed the boat with Lost Origin. I barely was able to get another case of Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars, but I was able to. I missed the boat for Fusion Strike completely. Chilling Reign, I way missed the boat on Chilling Reign. So I missed out on a lot of stuff. Astral Radiance, I wasn't able to get any more of. I think I have a case of Astral Radiance and then maybe a spare box or two more. Yeah, Battle Styles was just the only option that I saw out of Sword and Shield that was left for me to make a play. And honestly, I have zero regrets. This worked out really well. The fact that it's already unavailable on Pokemon Center speaks volumes about how it's probably going to do moving forward in the short term. We haven't seen those prices reflect on eBay yet, but I think that's already kind of started. There were only 2 options pretty much below that 118 point that it's been selling at for a while. And I bid on one and I sent an offer for the other. And I'm sure other people are also going to bid on the one that I bid on and send an offers or just buy the other one. So all the other options are like 125 to 130 and then it moves up from there. So right now it's just a matter of time for when people want to clear out that eBay stock, and then that price is going to bump up. Which, again, it's exciting. I made a huge play here. I spent, I want to say, seven cases around that 600, 650. I know I got one case, or like it's 680. You figure 7 cases. Well, seven times 6 would be 4,200. 7 times 7, 4,900. So roughly, I've probably put in about 4,500, maybe $5,000 into Battle Styles, just Battle Styles. And the only reason I did that was because the price point was phenomenal on these boxes. 3 years old, $100 a box, basically. It's hard to lose there, okay? Even after tax, even after you lose on the fees selling a box, it's very hard to lose there at that price point. As soon as these boxes start selling at that MSRP of 143, I'm still, after fees, going to be in the green. Now, it's negligible, but I also don't plan on selling these boxes for, several months or even several years. It really depends when it starts to hit that $180, $200 price point, which it should happen fairly soon. Just based off the fact that the boxes near the same time that this box came out, Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield base, those boxes have already eclipsed $200. So I don't see why Battle Styles can't eclipse $200 very soon. Now, in terms of the alt arts and Battle Styles, there are, I think, 6 alt arts and Battle Styles, mainly the Tyranitar. Tyranitar is what most people are going to be going after in Battle Styles. But for me, and honestly, this has just started recently. I've become a huge fan of the Empoleon. I don't have an alt art on hand to show you guys of the Empoleon, and my Tyranitar is in my binder. But that artwork is honestly super underrated, and it's going to look really, really good when I get that card and get it in like a graded guard, like a blue graded guard. That's going to be sick. I feel like the Empoleon is definitely the chase card in this set, more so than the Tyranitar. And I don't know. I have a feeling that in the long term, the Empoleon may even do better than the Tyranitar. I don't know. That's just a hunch. I really like the Empoleon over the Tyranitar art. But then you've got the Urshifu arts as well. One of my friends calls it the water bear art, where he's kind of got his arms out and there's blue spirals of water everywhere around him. And honestly, that alt art is super slept on too and super cheap. Right now you could even buy the 10s of these alt arts. I think the Empoleon's like $100 and that Urshifu art is maybe like 80, 90 bucks. So even the 10s of the alt arts and battle styles, like battle styles just gotten hated on so hard. So I'm really glad to see that it's out of stock on Pokemon Center. And it's kind of crazy that people were buying it on Pokemon Center as opposed to just buying it on eBay. It's $143 on Pokemon Center. Why it cleared out on Pokemon Center way before it cleared out on eBay, way before we're even seeing prices really pass $130 on eBay, that just doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. So now we wait and we'll see what happens. And I hope those of you that saw me put a lot of money in Battle Styles, I hope you guys consider it. This is a good set. I never tried to pump this set. I literally just made a video one day telling you guys that I bought a lot of Battle Styles and why I bought Battle Styles and why I considered it a good play. And today we're just kind of reflecting on that. I do have to go to work shortly to work a double, so I'm going to be off to work here shortly, but yeah, I just wanted to do an update on Battle Styles and get y'all's feedback on this. Do you still think that this could be a buy in Sword and Shield at $130 and you could still win with this booster box? I think you probably still could. I think there's still plenty of room for this box to run, especially even at the price point it's at right now on eBay, around $125, $130. There's cases available where if you're buying a case, I think there's one at like $780, $750. Even a case at that price, six booster boxes, let's say at $130. That's 600, 6 times 30, that's 180. So 780 would be 130 a box, I believe. Yeah, 780 would be 130 a box, I believe. And I still think at that price, there's going to be appreciation here. But again, you want to shoot for that $105 to $115 price point. I think that's what you want to shoot for. There's probably going to be auctions for Battle Styles. I'm sure there's a ton of product out there. So this doesn't mean like, jump quick, you got to make moves quickly before Battle Styles leaves for the moon. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you should be patient and still watch for auctions and watch for people to list Battle Styles, because even though it sells out on Pokemon Center, I don't necessarily think every single time that happens it correlates immediately into value being brought to the box. So I think that you're still going to be able to find auctions where the box is cheaper than the MSRP on eBay. So I'm going to keep hunting. I'm going to continue to buy Battle Styles on eBay if I can find it at cheap pricing, just because I still believe in the set. And honestly, there's something about the set. I just want to keep buying into it. I can't really explain it, but the price point does make sense. It's a well-aged set. It's still cheap. So yeah, but after Battle Styles starts heading on the move, I mean, other than if somebody has some good deals on Sword and Shield boxes for me to buy, other than that, I will be looking at Scarlet Violet base, because that is the cheapest box right now in Scarlet and Violet. Don't care what anybody says. Again, it just feels like a Battle Styles play. $500 a case. That's an awesome price. Sub $100 a box. Yeah, Temporal Forces looks like it's a play. Paldea Evolved looks like it's probably the best play in Scarlet and Violet in terms of the main sets. And then, of course, you guys know 151. I think 151 trumps everything, but I also love opening 151, so I don't even know if I'll have sealed product down the road, because I may end up opening the rest of my 151. We'll see. We'll see. But, also, in other news, just to add to this video, I did not make a mystery mail day video because I wanted to get these listed immediately for sale. But I got these gems recently. I got a mint condition Hotfoot theme deck, and that has been listed on the Mercari. So I just picked that one up, and this thing is crispy, guys. This thing is super crispy. Like one of the best conditioned theme decks I've ever seen, honestly. And then we have a Sapphire Ruby, EX Sapphire Ruby, or EX Ruby Sapphire theme deck. These are some of my favorite theme decks, not just because of the era that they're in, but the artwork is also awesome. Just having that Swampert on the front there. Ruby and Sapphire, I hold those games dear. I played them as a kid, and just to see these decks in such good condition, I was able to get these through auction recently, and they are in phenomenal shape. We got the original hang tags still on here. I actually thought about keeping these because decks like these just don't pop up very often, but what I'm trying to do moving forward is not hoard so much product and get better about picking, like cherry picking things that I would personally collect, but sell them because I need the money. I'm going to have another kid on the way. I want to be able to fund my grails and other cards that I want to buy. So that means letting go of this stuff. And on top of that deck, we have the Ruby theme deck version, which is kind of the brother-sister pair deck. They just look absolutely phenomenal together. I don't know why it's not focusing in on the deck. That's really, really weird. Here we go again. Come on. Focus in on it. Yeah, my camera is just having a lot of issues focusing on that right now. Okay. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how clean these are. These will be going up on Mercari. Why in the world won't it just focus on the deck? Okay, yeah, you guys can see the box is really clean. The seals are good, really good condition. Here's the back of the deck. You can see the hang tag is still on there. I don't know why it wants to stop focusing. Dude, I'm getting so annoyed. And Yorios is trying to get into the kitchen, but he rolled in poop. So you can hear him scratching on the door. It's like, Yorios, I'm sorry, dude. You rolled in poop, okay? We can't let you into the other side of the house. You need a bath first. Oh, what's also cool about this deck is it has the original price sticker from 2003. Look at that. $10.99. $11. This deck was $11. You know what I paid for this deck? I paid like $200 for this deck. So, or maybe it was like $190. But either way, it's in phenomenal condition. And yeah, I really wanted to keep these because it's a pair. It's hard to find these two as a pair, especially for that price point, but, and when they're in such good condition, but, yeah, dude, epic pickup. These were sweet. And then in other news, on top of that, because we're still under 20 minutes, we still got some time, before I need to head to work, on Goldin auctions, and shout out to the homie for sending me all the information whenever really cool stuff pops up. Shout out to the homie for sending that to me. Derek, you're the man. So Goldin Auctions has a PSA 10 first edition base set for auction right now, and it is at $200,000, which I expect it's going to go a lot higher than that. I expect it's probably going to eclipse $250,000, considering it is a PSA 10 set, and just the Charizard, just a PSA 10 Charizard could be worth upwards of, $180,000. So you got the Blastoise and the Venusaur thrown in there too. That's probably worth more than 200 right there for those three. And then you've got, of course, the entire complete set of hollows. So it's an entire PSA 10 hollow set on Goldin Auctions right now. Definitely check that out and tune into that. That'll be really interesting to see what that ends up going for. That is one of the biggest sales that isn't like a test print sheet or a custom thing. There's a lot of errors out there that go for a lot of money, but this is just, we're talking about the classic, iconic first edition master set of the hollows and first edition base set, all in PSA 10 up for auction. So that's pretty amazing in my opinion. So it'll be fun to watch that. And hopefully I will be able to get my own PSA 9 set complete at some point. That's really the goal. That's the dream for me. I still need to get my Crystal Nidoking back from PSA. It's been delivered there for 3 or 4 days now, and I still have no confirmation from PSA that it's there. I understand it takes a couple days, but it's making me nervous, and starting to wish that I hadn't cracked my Nidoking just to get some dirt off of it and send it back in. Not my best work. And then I'm missing Crystal Celebi. I really still need that one. Obviously I want the Charizard, the first edition Charizard in PSA 9. And then I need, Dragon Frontiers Gold Star Mew, Crystal Guardians, Gold Star Celebi, Gold Star Umbreon, and I have Gold Star Rayquaza. You guys have been known this, but it's a Beckett, it's a BGS slab, so I want that to be PSA. So there's a couple big cards that I still have to go after, that I have yet to find and get for a decent price. So if you know anybody, or have these cards yourself and are looking to get rid of them for a fair, decent price, I don't really want to pay market right now because market seems kind of outrageous. But I am willing to pay very close to market to get these cards. You know, I understand that, you know, I don't want anybody to pull their pants down for me to get a really good deal, but at the same time, I don't want to be the guy who pays top dollar for all of my cards. I want to get a deal. Anyways, peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you'll be picking up Battle Styles or if you already did. Anyways, peace.